Hello, Tamara here from Posh Cat Crafts. Nice of you to join me. In today's video we're going to be working on our spine of our box album. We haven't got very many things left to do on this. We've got the spine and the back cover and the front cover and the inside of the front cover to do. So I'm hoping to get them done in this video, so it doesn't make this series of videos too long. So we're going to work on the spine. Now we're going to cut another piece of card that's going to sit over our spine, and then we can hide the workings of our handle that we're going to have behind. And you have to excuse the state of my hands. I have been doing some mixed media work today, so I can't get it off, so I do apologise for that. I can't show you what I'm doing because it's a bit of a secret for the minute, but hopefully soon. Right, so we are going to need some craft card. Like so. So craft card, I'm going to need my ruler. Now we're going to cut this at, I'm going to go with 5 5/8 of an inch by 6 1/8 of an inch. Beautiful. There we go, and that's fitting very nice on there. Let's turn that around. Okay, that's brilliant. So now I'm going to cut the card that the pattern paper, and I'm just going to use some scraps that I've got, because I'm trying to use them up. So if that was, so we want to go with 5 1/2. This there, 5 1/2 by 6. That should be. There we go. So then that is going to fit over our spine like so. So what we can do now is we just need to glue this down. So if we glue these together, okay. And then I'm just going to get a metal handle. Oh, so I think we're going to use that one or that one. No, let's be different. Let's use that one. So I'm going to use this one that I've got there. And that's just going to go on the side. So we're just going to, I'm just going to eye it to where I think the middle is. Get my pencil, and I'm going to put it up probably to about 1.5 inches from the top. You don't want it too low. I mean, you could have it in the middle if you wanted, but I'm going to have mine up here because I maybe would want to put, no, actually it would go in the middle. You can, if you have it at the top, you can then add some embellishments, like a little charm or some ribbon. Works really nice on there if you wanted to, but I think I'm just going to go with in the middle. So mark my holes. This one's got quite a few little holes. So I'll just get my mat, and now I can't see where I've marked. Okay, I think it was there. Probably a bit over a bit, probably about there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's got 6. 6. Okay, get my brads and push it there. This might be a bit tricky because these holes are a little bit smaller than what the brad's legs are a bit wider, so you will maybe have to just push them in. So that's 1. Just going to try and make the metal a little bit, the hole a little bit bigger. There we go. Let's suss that one. There we are. And then what we'll do, once we've got them all in, we will flatten them, the legs at the back. There's always one, isn't there? There we go. Okay, just push these down, open them up. Okay, right, trusty hammer. So they're all nice and flat now, and then that then is our handle that's going to go on the back. So we can then stick this down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, along this side here, I'm going to use some double-sided tape. Just so that you get that initial stick. But I am also going to be using some wet glue. So put quite a bit on, because it's got right, so that is all I'm going to do on that part there. Okay, and just Just make sure it's stuck down. So, and then that's finished. You can then add your embellishments on there, but I'm just going to leave it. I have done one. If you hold on a second, I'll find you one that I've done. This is just a small ACT one that I've made, but as you can see, I've added a little tassel and some little embellishments. It says wife because this is a little tiny mini album. Well, mini album. It's an ATC one. So yes, so you can add different things to that. As I say, ribbon, embellishment. You can put some charms on there. Buttons. I've put buttons on mine. Right, we're going to work on the inside of the front cover now, and what I thought we'll do is I thought we'd just make some simple pockets, just to put some tags in, which I thought would be quite a good idea, because I don't think I've done that on here, on these. Right, so what you'll need, now what you could do if you wanted to is you could cut out another base page and stick that down and then work on that. But I'm going to just use some craft paper that I'm going to cut up in rectangle shapes instead of cutting out another page, because I've actually added my second page to the front page to make it a bit more rigid. I don't want to add too much weight. Right, so I'm just going to now measure our front page, and we're going to cut our craft card at, I'm going to go 5 1/8, and then I'm going to 5 1/8 by 5, I think, so 5 1/8, copyright, sorry, yeah, 5 1/8, so 5 1/8 by 5. There we go, that kind of works, goes all the way across, which is what I want. Okay, 5 1/8, so that's that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a smaller piece and put the smaller piece over like that, and then that's going to give us 2 pockets. So I'm going to use this piece. So this one is at 5 1/8, and then that will give me my second pocket. Oh, I need that. So we've done that, so now what we need to do is cut our pattern paper, and I'm just going to use this one here. So I'm going to go with 5, so it's going to be 5, so one measurement is going to be 5, so we'll cut that one off, and the next measurement will be 4 7/8. So that should give me that measurement. Now you don't have to cut it all the way down. You could have chopped it off a bit further because it's obviously not going to be seen. But as I've now cut it, that's I'll just leave it. And the next one I'm going to cut at 3 by 5. So that will be 3 because I've already cut the 5. There we go. Right, before we stick our pockets on, I need to die cut the base page, so just the layer that goes on the base page. So because it's not going to be seen all the way down, I'm going to use this scrap piece of patterned paper, because you're not going to see this bit, so it doesn't really matter. So get my plates and just quickly die cut that. so we can stick this on like that. So let's glue it. Done with my glue. There we go. So just then need to lay this bit up. So we've got a nice border around. Okay. Okay, then we can stick our pocket down. There we go. So that can go on the bottom like that. And I'm going to go good that way. I think I've got that right. No, it goes that way. There we go. Okay, so then that's one pocket done, and then we can put the next one on. And then remember again, just the sides and the bottom. So that thing can go on there. Like that. And this one. Like so. Okay. And then we can then put those pockets in. So while that's drying, we can then make up our tags. So it's looking rather good now, our book. So the tags, actually, I just need to borrow that so I can measure. So it was 5. So we're going to make our tags to be 4.5. This is the base page. 4.5 by, we can make them to about 5.5. So 4.5 by 5.5. So we're going to do 2 of those. So 4.5 by 5.5. That's one. We're going to keep this one as well because that could be a little one. So 4.5 by 5.5. And again keep that small one, and you could just use this at a 4, and this is a 4 and a, do that at 4 as well. So you've got 2 at 4.5 and 5.5, 2 of those. Then you've got whatever is left, so the wastage of the paper, so that is 2 3/4 by 4.5 on both, and then obviously you know what those ones are. Okay, so we need then to do our corners. Now I'm going to go with just the corner rounders on these ones, so I'm going to go with the 1/4 inch corners. On all of them. So that's them. those ones. You see, as you've done them, they do then start to look like a tag. One, two, so we've done that one and that one, that one and that one, so then two done, that one and that one, so I've got to do that one next, and then the big ones. So I'm going to cut some of these out. I think I'm going to cut them out in a gold. So let's cut these ones out. Now these are the paper clip memory book 2 tabs and paper clips. So it was the tabs I was thinking of. Okay, so I'm going to just cut out a variety of them. Right, we've rounded the edges on the card, so now we just need to round the edges on the paper. Okay, I think that's all of them cut, and not cut, sorry, hole punched. So that's what that side is going to look like. Now we can put these over, or we can hide them, and I think I'm going to hide them actually this time. Although they look good if you do them over the top, I think I'm just going to show you a different way. So that's inside, and then that's outside, so you really just have to choose which side you like the best. Okay, so I'm going to stick these on first. So I need my glue, which has decided to go walkies. There we go. So just a little bit on the base there. That's where I kind of put it, just down the base, and then on your card. So again, you can either do it in the middle or you can do it at the side. It's really entirely up to you. Let's do it at the side, and then you can see different side. So we're going to put it there. That looks quite good as well. So then I can go ahead and glue one side on. Like so. Okay. And then the other. That's why it's also good to use double-sided paper, because you can change it up as well. I mean, you can make the small album. If you've only got 6x6 papers, just make the small album. If it's your first time, I would use papers that you don't really mind wasting, so that if you make, because you will make mistakes on your first one, we all do, so I would say use your first one as your test one, so that you can get to know what you're doing, and then you see what you like, etc, etc. Okay, so let's hopefully, because I didn't try, I'm hoping it's going to fit. Yes, just about. So you could, if you don't want too much of a snug fit, then you can cut them down a little bit more, but that's fine for me actually. I'm going to leave them like that. I might turn that one around, and that one goes in there. So then that's our tags with our pocket. Now on here you could put a lovely embellishment, or another, you could maybe cut out another plain card so that there was more place to journal on. You could even add another pocket on there, that if you wanted to add something extra. You could add a flap if you wanted to put a flap on there that flaps down. There's a secret bit in there. So, you know, it's really up to you what you put in. Once you've made one, you will, you know, it will just come and come. So that's what we've done then so far. So in this video, we've done our handle, and then we've done our pocket, which is good. And the next time we're going to move on to doing our front, but I'm going to start that in another video. I'm going to leave it now for tonight, and we'll work on that in the next one. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's been quite a quick one. I'm trying to get this one finished so that we can then move on to the next thing that we're going to do. Again, please give me a comment, like and subscribe. I'd love to have you as one of my subscribers. I'm on social medias, so if you scroll down to the links below, you will see all my social media links there. Just click on it and it will take you straight there. With that said, I will love and leave you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.